beast.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
The ESL India Premiership 2018 has 3 seasons: summer, fall.
Hello everyone, welcome to the ESL India Premiership. This is day 18 of the summer season Masters League. I'm actually going to do this right in the start. Sponsored by, owned by HP, HyperX, Intel, and brought to you by Nodwin Gaming. Now, today we have some great Clash Royale action, followed by Counter-Strike, and then Dota as usual. Joining me is Angela. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Pretty good today.
Yeah.
It's a Sunday, so a little bit lazy, but otherwise very excited about all the upcoming matches.
I'm actually very happy today. I'm very jovial, very excited because I am leaving this godforsaken Dust Bowl tomorrow night. So yes, also this is going to be my last day on camera for a while. So don't worry though, you will hear my sexy voice casting Counter-Strike for you guys starting Wednesday. So yeah, I mean, the first game is Clash Royale. It is 8-bit Mukul versus Mrin. So let's take a look at 8-bit. Mukul, what do you have to say about him?
Well, this amazing player is from Chandigarh. He as of now sits 5th on the board. He is a defending champion as of now for the Clash Royale segment, and he has started playing very versatile decks. He likes to play big elixir cards as defensive units. He's also surprised me with his Expo. Now, he is among the few players other than Arpan who kind of uses the Expo in a very aggressive way.
Is it called the Expo?
It's
is it not called the crossbow like a general
I think it's
human
called
being?
I call it the Expo.
Okay. Like, I'm pretty sure
it's
it was
deadly. It's deadly.
I saw it in one of the games. Yeah, you just it sits on the other side of it sits on your side of the board basically and wrecks towers.
And it's very hard to take down unless you have like a really strong pushing unit or a recording pushing unit like a Hog Rider. But today he's going up against somebody who's very, very interesting and who hasn't really played in quite a while on screen. I think off screen he's played about like 2-3 games. Okay. But I'm very excited to see this matchup. So let's introduce the player number 2.
Yeah, let's look at Mrin and then you can get into it.
Yeah.
And that's Mrin. He was last seen in the winter finale.
And
2017.
he's called the Golden Boy.
Yeah, that's what Productions just told me.
And
why is he called the Golden Boy?
Because in 2016, he was also on the global boards of the the Clash Royale whole global boards, the leaderboard, and he also is our 2016 champion. So it's a 2016 champion going up against the 2017 champion. That's why I'm very excited about this game. As of now, he sits just one below Mukul. He sits on the 6th spot. He's played about 3 games. He's won 2. He's lost 1. His favorite card from last year's Switch, now he likes to play the Bandit card, and he's a very versatile player. Mrin, he's been a champion because he's been part of the Clash Royale segment from the time the game even started. He's also played in the ESL India Premiership from 2016, so he has so much experience as a player. In between, yes, he did fall in 2017. He wasn't really having a very good run. The main reason to that would be just that he had kind of taken a break from professionally playing it and he was concentrating on other things. But we did see him in the winter finale.
Yeah, it's a part and parcel of Indian esports, right? You have to retire to actually be good at the game eventually.
And he's among the few contestants who come from Guwahati.
Okay,
so
I mean,
Northeast. So I hope he even takes part in our other upcoming tournaments in the Northeast. Yeah.
Nice. But why don't we get into the bans? We'd like to see what these guys have banned. The
Mrin
Giant, and I have no idea what the guy on the left
Prince.
is.
So Mukul loves to not play against the Dark Prince because he likes to play the Goblin combination, which is basically the Goblin Heart, the Spear Goblins, the Goblin Gang, all the kind of goblins. So the Dark Prince is a very big counter to them because he does a lot of splash damage, so you can take them all down within like one shot.
I have a question though. If they're favorite cards, right? You said I think it was Mukul's favorite card is
Hog
the Hog
Rider,
Rider,
yes.
and Mrin's favorite card is a Bandit, right?
Yeah.
So why not ban their favorite cards? Why ban something else?
Because as of now, the Hog Rider can be countered easily. I would say, like, you can use a Fireball, a Zap, just to like counter his damage.
Okay.
Meanwhile, even the Bandit card, it's a low elixir card. It can, I mean, yeah, it does charge, but apart from that, it's not really a game-changing card.
Okay.
It's
So
it's
these
a
are
very
just
optional thing.
their opinions. This
Yeah,
is
they're
their
like,
favorite card.
like
that's
I
it.
would, I like my favorite card is a Hog Rider,
Okay.
and he's in all my.
But he's
favorite
not
decks.
something who will win the game for you immediately.
He will, but it's a very situational thing.
Okay.
Like, you can win maybe like a casual matchmake because you can play around it, but when you're coming into a competitive scene, what happens is your opponent knows your favorite cards. So if you choose to get that ban, he's already planned out another policy because it's day 18 in the ESL. So the whole concept of the ban is kind of settled into all the players, and they know, you know, that if my favorite card gets banned, this is the deck I'm going to use. So now they tried something new where they're going to ban on more cards.
Yeah.
So you're kind of forced to kind of decide what you're going to go ahead and bring to the table. And Mrin, I'm going to just say that I really like this player. He's fantastic. I hope he shows us some fantastic Clash Royale and this goes to a game 5.
So what is your prediction though for this game?
I would say Mukul could take this because of his versatility in his decks. He's very versatile. He likes to play different kinds of decks, and he's normally used aggressive cards as defensive cards and then exploded with those aggressive cards and made it into something else. And if Mrin is able to counter that, he's watched his games, he'll understand how to play against Mukul. But if he hasn't really studied Mukul's deck, I think Mukul could take this game.
All right, so let's get into the game. Our caster, Gautam Virkaholic Virk, who is my boss and who is currently cosplaying me by shaving his head in the randomly at 3 a.m. at night and surprising and shocking me in the morning when I woke up, is ready to cast for you. So let's hope this is a 5-game game. 5-round game. So over to you, Virk.
Hello, thank you so much for that, Adi. By the way, I think you're jealous of how good I look right now, even though I'm cosplaying as you. So, but it's okay. We'll get by just fine. And today's match is going to be an exciting match today because the Golden Boy himself has arrived down here, Mrin Moy Locker. He's been with us for a very, very long time, and we've been a big fan of his from day one. His recent performance has not been so well. He did perform decently well at the last LAN, but however not able to close the top 3 position. Arpan on the other side, who usually never sits on the top of the charts, ends up doing pretty well at LAN events. But the last LAN event that we just had in the winter season for the Premiership last year, which was just a few months back, we had Mukul actually surprising everyone and coming number 1. He actually beat Taranveer or Tarandeep? Taranveer, and he actually ended up beating Arpan also. Arpan still got in the 2nd place, and he still dabbed on the stage because he just loves dabbing. And here we have some win conditions being shown across. We see a Golem, a P.E.K.K.A, very well-placed P.E.K.K.A there, trying to get a lot of shots in. He doesn't have to walk a lot hitting that Golem. And the Golem now splits into Golemites and goes into a different direction. So I would say that was a A+ hold there. Now Mrin has this P.E.K.K.A on a fairly low health coming at him. The King's Tower has not been activated. He has tried twice. Mrin's failing at that Nado, not able to close and get the King Tower activation. We kind of had a little reset here. Both of them have shown their cards. Both of them know what's going on. The Mrin is still holding on to his Rocket though. Rocket is going to be that trump card which he's planning to use a bit later into the game. So now it's double elixir time, and this is the action time now. And this is where it's going to be do or die. This is going to be the answer to the game because Mrin's tower is fairly low. He's put down his cards. He's shown his cards right now, but his opponent does not know about the Rocket right now. So the Rocket is going to be making or breaking this game. And here comes the Rocket and hits right with the Nado also. Very good job holding that back with a lot of skeletons on the floor, doing a lot of damage to the Golem. Golem breaks into 2 and the P.E.K.K.A cleans it up very, very well. 150 health left on the tower there. Now Mrin in a lot of trouble. He could potentially just lose the game there. 52 health and boom. 18 seconds left on the clock. He will not be able to close this game in just mere 13 seconds, and this is going to be GG in favor of Mukul, who's going to take game 1 of this best of 5. We didn't get too much chance to talk about the banned cards, and we've been seeing a lot of Giant. I believe we've been seeing Giant all across. I'm happy to see Three Musketeers not being banned. So maybe, just maybe we'll get to see Three Musketeers today. And I'm hoping that one of them does bring out the Three Musketeers. A very good game that we got to see game 1. We saw the combo. Mrin actually went for a very old school combo. He had a little masala there in the form of Rocket. However, fairly old school build that he kind of decided to go for. We don't see this very often. We've seen builds like this paired up with the Lumberjack also, who brings a lot of the rage spell that he brings alongside. We've seen the combo with maybe a golem also. Not, I mean the ice golem. So quite interesting to see Mrin actually going back and picking this particular deck with his Rocket. So Mukul seemed fairly well versed with defending this push that was coming at him. So it was good for him. Game 1 in his favor. We have plenty of games to go. And secretly, I'm hoping that it's not going to be a 3-0 in anyone's favor. Whew, new set of decks, new set of cards. See a balloon. Do I see a lot of anti-air from Mrin side? Maybe, maybe not. So we're going to find out soon. A lot of changes coming in Clash Royale very soon. So the next week, coming up week, is going to be very exciting. A lot of small bug fixes and changes coming in. Some of the bugs that they ended up talking about, I had no clue about. I never even heard of them. So it'd be quite interesting to see that some people do suffer from these bugs. Have decided to get them fixed up here. So Zap Tower there, trying to defend. And here comes the big balloon. Now this answer to the question is here. How's he going to stop this balloon? He has a nice spirit. He also actually pushes through and throws his Rocket there. So Rocket seems to be that one card that Mrin is favoring a lot. It's kind of an all-in situation where he needs to defend. He just goes ahead and throws a Rocket. So very well defended by Mrin there. So that was interesting to see. A nice distraction for the Ice Spirit there. And these bats, if they connect onto the tower, and only one bat connected, but still he managed to bring it down to fairly low health. Mrin does not seem to have a good answer to what's coming at him right now. So whereas Mukul seems to be getting his units across the map and getting the push going. So quite interesting to see. I'm actually looking to see how is Mrin simply just is his plan just to rocket his opponent down? What is that big card? Is the Goblin Barrel Rocket combo? What's going on? I would want to see more damage coming out of Mrin, because right now what I see is just him defending. And here comes the Goblin Barrel, which is immediately answered by a Goblin Gang. You throw a barrel, we throw a gang at you. And this has become a gangland right now. So shitty jokes. Double elixir time. The big cards have been placed down, and here comes the Goblin Barrel in the back, immediately countered by the bats. We have a P.E.K.K.A. which is surrounded by a bunch of units, who's trying to get out of this mess of things, and he will be distracted. But still my big concern is how is Mrin planning to do damage to his opponent. I don't see a lot of cards in his arsenal that will go across and do damage. This seems to be a one-sided push game that's happening, and the Goblin Barrel seems to be the only thing that's working out for him. And but however, Mukul has plenty of defense against that also. Princess in the back, very well placed. The Ice Spirit should be coming out. The missile also ready for action if required. Not required right now, so missile can now be used offensively for Mrin. Mrin can finally throw that missile across and gets around 400 damage on that tower. Not able to get something done right now. I'm very much concerned. I don't know what to do right now. I'm concerned about the well-being of Mrin and how he's planning to take this game. Is he planning to finish it in overtime? Because eventually the miner will be able to pinch away at that tower. What's it gonna be? This seems like it's gonna be a long game. 700 health left on Mrin's tower. And here comes the log, and the Goblin Gang not able to completely disengage there. They did take a lot of log damage there. So I think this is going fairly 50-50 right now, because here comes another barrel. The bats are out also. The balloon should not connect. Should not let the balloon connect. No, he does not let the balloon connect. Balloon still goes and connects, and GG. Mukul taking game 2 in not so exciting fashion. That was a lot of back and forth, by the way, and I was trying to understand how Mrin is planning to close that game, and we did get a chance to see how he was planning to chip away at the tower. He had the log, he had the goblin barrel also. He had the missile which he was using strictly for defense. Maybe he could have used the missile at the end to close the game, but he just never could get the tower low enough to be in that missile kill range, which I believe is 420 or a 30 is the number that we are looking for. And we saw him trying over and over again, throwing those goblin barrels, throwing the logs, and trying to chip away at the tower. However, not able to close the game. On the other hand, we saw something similar coming out of Mukul. Even though he had that big one P.E.K.K.A instead of the missile in his case, he was throwing miners at the tower, and he had whole bunch of goblin units. He had the throwing guys, he had the bats, he had the goblin gang, plenty of units to crowd up the field. However, nothing that truly goes across the map and damages the tower. So quite an interesting match we got to see here. So let's get into the next game. But before we get into the next game, let's just get into it. Ooh. Game 3, Mukul opting to get an elixir collector, which is quite interesting now. And you've heard my thoughts on elixir collector earlier also. It's a great card to have in your deck because extra elixir is pretty much like a win condition. So you have elixir, you can win the game. So balloon will not be able to make it across, and immediately now Mukul has an elixir advantage over his opponents. Not only does he have units on the field, he's generating more elixir in his favor. And Mrin needs to figure out how he's going to plan to stop that extra elixir that's coming to his opponent's hand. And there we go, an Expo being brought down, who's immediately targeted the towers and will take down the skeletons. And he needs to put a unit down immediately, otherwise he's going to target the tower. But good timing on the placement of the skeletons. And now he's targeted the tower, and plenty of health left on that Expo, and he's doing a lot of damage. Minions come out trying to take it down, but look at the damage that he's done on the top left. On the bottom right, we saw the Lava Hound making it to the tower and bringing it down to the fairly same amount of health that there is on the top left. The balloon comes out, will be able to take down this crossbow fairly quickly. Still has to drop down a couple bombs, and wow, look at those plays by Mukul. Unbelievable play right now, because the balloon could have immediately taken down the tower. He pushed it away from the tower, so he was able to do his quite a lot of damage, bringing it down to 500 health. My god, these are the high level plays that we look forward to. Alright, here comes Mrin's another big push. He wants to do a lot with that lava. The Lava Hound is the big card for him. He needs to make something happen. But what he does not like is the fact that the Expo that keeps coming up on the left hand side, it's just really, really annoying for him. And look at that, Expo now targeting the tower. He's actually used the Nado here, trying to get things done. And there you go. We actually got barely any damage on the tower. Mrin not able to get anything done. There's 42 seconds left on the clock. And he seems like he's in a lot of trouble, and that loon, the lava loon, is going to take some long time. The Lava Hound is going to take a long time coming across, and this seems like it's going to be game over. 26 seconds. This is all he has. He needs to work with what he has, and the P.E.K.K.A is making to the doorstep, distracted, but the balloon also taken down. And the Lava Hound is does not do enough DPS to take this tower down so quickly. 10 seconds left on the clock. This is going to be a 3-0. My god, this is one thing that I did not want to see. And Batman is also coming out. What was that? Is that even allowed to send a crying face like this? 3-0 in favor of Mukul. Mukul is the latest champion of our Premiership. He's done very well for himself at the LAN event. Mrin has been performing decent throughout. He's won one of our LAN events also, so definitely looking forward for him to make a comeback. I don't know right now what the standings is, but I'm pretty sure Arpan is up top and Mukul should be right next to him also. I would love to see. Have we done the Mukul versus Arpan match? I think we did that I think that was the first match that we did. Yes, that was quite exciting also. But great set of games we got to see here today at the ESL India Premiership, powered by Omen by HP, HyperX, Intel, Red Bull, and Nordwind Gaming. So with this, I would like to say my goodbyes and I'll pass it back to our studio where we have Aditya Shah and Angela sitting together. Go ahead, guys, take it away.
Thank you, production, apparently for screaming in my ear. But thank you, Gautam. I have no idea what the score is anymore. I have forgotten because of our production crew screaming in my ear. Who won that?
Mukul.
Okay, so Mukul won that 3-0. Really easy, really quick, really
exciting, actually. That would be the term to use for these 3 games.
Really clean victory, at least. I'll say that much. What do you have to say about the game?
I mean, Mukul played his standard. His standard is just exciting to watch. Yeah. But if we just have to break down the games, in the first game, we had Mrin basically just got countered by a lot of ground units coming in from Mukul's side, which basically was the Goblin Gang. And normally you just have a simple card like a log or something to take care of that. But I think because Mrin had a complete different strategy that he really couldn't get to execute, but he didn't really have anything to defend his ground. And that's where basically Mukul got the tower, because he really didn't need the P.E.K.K.A to reach the other side. It was just his tiny troops like the Goblin Gang doing the damage and chipping off, and he took the whole tower. But in the second game, we saw that because Mrin saw the strength of having ground units not being defended, he kind of went ahead and took a Valkyrie in his deck, which kind of worked for him. But this time Mukul did it opposite. He took a lot of air units. He put the balloon in his deck, which didn't really have a counter other than the princess to deal with. This time Valkyrie plus the log were a little too much of defense coming in from Mrin's side, but Mukul already had a balloon to he kind of knew that Mrin is going to work on his ground defense. Let me just take something that he can't counter. He took the balloon, which kind of wasn't getting moved off by the Tesla tower, which was supposed to be the reason a Tesla tower is there. So you can kind of direct the traffic to the tower, but he did not place it down in the right time, and that's why again Mukul took the win for himself. And when we go to the third game, now this is where I feel Mrin got comfortable, and he was like, let me bring in my A game. So he took the lava, he took the balloon, he took the tomb, he took everything correct, and that game should have been won by him. But Mukul, I mean, he just took 2 cards to run through any defense, and that is the Executioner that hits ground and air, and the Electro Wizard that slows ground and air. And if you take a combination like that with an X-Bow or even a P.E.K.K.A, I don't even think he had a P.E.K.K.A. He didn't even have a P.E.K.K.A. He had a Tornado. So the Execution Tornado itself makes a great combination. To that, he added the Electro Wizard, and that was his only defense. Meanwhile, he sent the rest of his card with the X-Bow and the Elixir Collector just as offense, and that kind of took down the tomb and the tower. And this just comes to say that Mukul has just been playing Clash Royale a lot in 2018, and he's looking very, very confident in the upcoming matches. I mean, he just seems to know his opponents. He studied them really well. And meanwhile, Mrin, I think he's taken a break again. He's come back after some time. He's not really playing the meta cards like the Valkyrie. Really wasn't needed. He could have opted to just go with a log. Too much of ground defense coming in from his end. He's opted to go with the Golem, Lava, Balloon, which kind of says that he's not really played a lot in the summer season, and is just taking it very easy on himself. Yeah.
Okay. I was actually wondering if we could take a look at the leaderboards production. Yeah. If we look at the points table, actually, because it is quite a few days in, right, to the tournament, and it does. You kind of get a sense of where the teams are now, where the players in this case are now in the in the league, and how well or badly they're doing.
True.
So Mrin, just after that loss, now is at at 6 points out of 3 games played.
He's played at 3 games.
Yeah, I hope this is updated. 8-bit seems to be catching up.
Actually, he was 5th on the board the last I checked. But I think this would be his third victory, and he's played about 4 games. He's looking very strong. He is looking very strong because as of now, the games he's played have been against the toughest competitions. Whether you talk about Arpan, you talk about Beast, you talk about Seth. Now, these are all the most, I wouldn't say talented, but I would say the most dealt with everyday players who they have kind of just already finished with. It's like playing against Entity, Brutality, all the big names. So coming ahead, I see Mukul to be at a much better spot. He's playing fantastic. I mean, this is one of the players that I have seen him evolve during the ESL. And
also yesterday's winner Beast, right? I think he was playing yesterday. He's
Yes.
now top of the table.
I really want to see a matchup between Beast and Mukul.
Arpan. Oh, Mukul.
Yeah, because
I would
think
first want to see Beast and Arpan so that we can know who's top, actually. But I'm not sure about my own schedule at this point.
Yeah.
I have no idea when they are playing.
But I'm glad
But
to
we
see
will
that
find
you
out.
finally started getting a little excited about Clash Royale.
Definitely more excited than Dota.
You have
though,
also
that's for
grown
sure,
through
but
the
I like
ESL
Dota
India
as well, but at
Premiership.
least Clash Royale is much easier to understand.
Understand, exactly.
But
Exactly.
I refuse to call it X-bow. I think it is still crossbow.
I'm going to confirm with production about that one.
Production, hey, is it X-bow or crossbow? So apparently it's whatever we wanted to be. So I wanted to be the crossbow, but either way, that was a quick game.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, we would generally have Counter-Strike after this. After Clash Royale, but Team SRA, the match was going to be, by the way, Malhar versus SRA, Malhar Esports, the new team who's basically ex-Eternal Gaming after their manager ran off and cancelled their team. Now it is basically, it was going to be Malhar versus SRA, and SRA has decided to inform us 10 minutes ago that they're not going to play this game. So don't worry, they are going to be reprimanded for this. They are going to be penalized, and we will take action against them for this, because this is also the second game that they have forfeited. So congratulations, Team Malhar, on your win. Clearly 16-0, good for your round difference, bad for SRA's round difference, if SRA is still interested in competing in that highest level of the game. But yeah, I mean, for now, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a break, and we're going to return at 8 p.m. with the Dota game. So unfortunately, it is going to be a pretty long break. But yeah, so we're going to sign off for now. We're going to cut to a break. And this was Adi, your host, and Angela.
Yeah.
And this is the ESL India Premiership summer season.
Guys out. Decoy.
That was beast.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
The ESL India Premiership 2018 has 3 seasons: summer, fall, and winter. The summer season takes place from April to June, while the fall season runs from July to September. Finally, the winter season takes place from October to December. Coming to tournament formats, each season is divided into 3 tiers: the professional tier, the Master League; the semi-professional tier, the Challenger Series; the Open tier, the Starter Cups. Moving on to the frequency, every season in the ESL India Premiership 2018 will see 1 Master League, 3 Challenger Series, and 3 Starter Cups. The Masters League now hosts 12 teams and players. Meanwhile, the Challenger Series has 8 contestants and follows a double elimination format. Finally, the Starter Cups are now limited to only 128 participants, so make sure you register for the Premiership now. Once you register for the Starter Cup 1, you'll have to fight your way to the top. At the end of the phase, you will get promoted to the Challenger Series 1. You should try and maintain your position in the Challenger Series 1, 2, and 3. But this is no easy task. At the end of every phase, the bottom 2 contestants are dropped out. They are replaced by the top teams from the Starter Cups. Those who succeed in the Challenger Series are rewarded with promotion to the Master League. The top 4 teams will proceed to play in the next season's Masters League. Meanwhile, the Master League runs uninterrupted until the end of the season. The 12 champions will constantly try to establish their dominance over the others. But at the end of a season, the bottom 4 teams are relegated to the Challenger Series, while the top 4 play at the land finale for the top prize. ESL India Premiership 2018 begins in April. The registrations are on, so make sure you sign up now.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
ever Omen X laptop for gamers that go to extremes. Gear up with a machine designed for total domination and engineered for gaming in stunning 4K. Equipped with the latest Intel Core processors, it gives you the power to be relentless. With a 17.3-inch diagonal screen and desktop-class graphics, you get maximum performance to be victorious anywhere. With multiple fans and large exhaust vents, heat is transferred away from critical components for dynamic overclocking. Ramp up boot times, game loading, and overall system responsiveness with optional RAID 0 SSD configurability. An RGB LED backlit mechanical keyboard lets you program each individually lit key to create customized key maps that switch seamlessly between games. With 2.5mm travel and in-key rollover, you can take out your competition with more accuracy and precision. Designed for extreme immersion, DTS Headphone X technology comes built in for surround sound experience that puts you right in the middle of the action. With the addition of a VR headset, gamers can step inside a completely immersive world for an elevated gaming experience. Single panel access to key components makes serviceability and upgrading easy, so you won't be sidelined or held back on your road to supremacy. It has a brushed aluminum finish on an armor-like chassis. A jet fighter-like construction with hidden lift hinges ensures you're always at the ready. And with striking lighting effects and see-through window to components, others will know too. Unleash your fiercest gameplay anywhere with the extreme performance of the new Omen X laptop.
That was beast.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
The ESL India Premiership 2018 has 3 seasons: summer, fall, and winter. The summer season takes place from April to June, while the fall season runs from July to September. Finally, the winter season takes place from October to December. Coming to tournament formats, each season is divided into 3 tiers: the professional tier, the Master League; the semi-professional tier, the Challenger Series; the Open tier, the Starter Cups. Moving on to the frequency, every season in the ESL India Premiership 2018 will see 1 Master League, 3 Challenger Series, and 3 Starter Cups. The Masters League now hosts 12 teams and players. Meanwhile, the Challenger Series has 8 contestants and follows a double elimination format. Finally, the Starter Cups are now limited to only 128 participants, so make sure you register for the Premiership now. Once you register for the Starter Cup 1, you'll have to fight your way to the top. At the end of the phase, you will get promoted to the Challenger Series 1. You should try and maintain your position in the Challenger Series 1, 2, and 3. But this is no easy task. At the end of every phase, the bottom 2 contestants are dropped out. They are replaced by the top teams from the Starter Cups. Those who succeed in the Challenger Series are rewarded with promotion to the Master League. The top 4 teams will proceed to play in the next season's Masters League. Meanwhile, the Master League runs uninterrupted until the end of the season. The 12 champions will constantly try to establish their dominance over the others. But at the end of a season, the bottom 4 teams are relegated to the Challenger Series, while the top 4 play at the land finale for the top prize. ESL India Premiership 2018 begins in April. The registrations are on, so make sure you sign up now.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
This is the first ever Omen X laptop for gamers that go to extremes. Gear up with the machine designed for total domination and engineered for gaming in stunning 4K. Equipped with the latest Intel Core processors, it gives you the power to be relentless. With a 17.3-inch diagonal screen and desktop-class graphics, you get maximum performance to be victorious anywhere. With multiple fans and large exhaust vents, heat is transferred away from critical components for dynamic overclocking. Ramp up boot times, game loading, and overall system responsiveness with optional RAID 0 SSD configurability. An RGB LED backlit mechanical keyboard lets you program each individually lit key to create customized key maps that switch seamlessly between games. With 2.5mm travel and in-key rollover, you can take out your competition with more accuracy and precision. Designed for extreme immersion, DTS Headphone X technology comes built in for surround sound experience that puts you right in the middle of the action. With the addition of a VR headset, gamers can step inside a completely immersive world for an elevated gaming experience. Single panel access to key components makes serviceability and upgrading easy, so you won't be sidelined or held back on your road to supremacy. It has a brushed aluminum finish on an armor-like chassis. A jet fighter-like construction with hidden lift hinges ensures you're always at the ready. And with striking lighting effects and see-through window to components, others will know too. Unleash your fiercest gameplay anywhere with the extreme performance of the new Omen X laptop.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
The ESL India Premiership 2018 has 3 seasons: summer, fall, and winter. The summer season takes place from April to June, while the fall season runs from July to September. Finally, the winter season takes place from October to December. Coming to tournament formats, each season is divided into 3 tiers: the professional tier, the Master League; the semi-professional tier, the Challenger Series; the Open tier, the Starter Cups. Moving on to the frequency, every season in the ESL India Premiership 2018 will see 1 Master League, 3 Challenger Series, and 3 Starter Cups. The Masters League now hosts 12 teams and players. Meanwhile, the Challenger Series has 8 contestants and follows a double elimination format. Finally, the Starter Cups are now limited to only 128 participants, so make sure you register for the Premiership now. Once you register for the Starter Cup 1, you'll have to fight your way to the top. At the end of the phase, you will get promoted to the Challenger Series 1. You should try and maintain your position in the Challenger Series 1, 2, and 3. But this is no easy task. At the end of every phase, the bottom 2 contestants are dropped out. They are replaced by the top teams from the Starter Cups. Those who succeed in the Challenger Series are rewarded with promotion to the Master League. The top 4 teams will proceed to play in the next season's Masters League. Meanwhile, the Master League runs uninterrupted until the end of the season. The 12 champions will constantly try to establish their dominance over the others. But at the end of a season, the bottom 4 teams are relegated to the Challenger Series, while the top 4 play at the land finale for the top prize. ESL India Premiership 2018 begins in April. The registrations are on, so make sure you sign up now.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
This is the first ever Omen X laptop for gamers that go to extremes. Gear up with the machine designed for total domination and engineered for gaming in stunning 4K. Equipped with the latest Intel Core processors, it gives you the power to be relentless. With a 17.3-inch diagonal screen and desktop-class graphics, you get maximum performance to be victorious anywhere. With multiple fans and large exhaust vents, heat is transferred away from critical components for dynamic overclocking. Ramp up boot times, game loading, and overall system responsiveness with optional RAID 0 SSD configurability. An RGB LED backlit mechanical keyboard lets you program each individually lit key to create customized key maps that switch seamlessly between games. With 2.5mm travel and in-key rollover, you can take out your competition with more accuracy and precision. Designed for extreme immersion, DTS Headphone X technology comes built in for surround sound experience that puts you right in the middle of the action. With the addition of a VR headset, gamers can step inside a completely immersive world for an elevated gaming experience. Single-panel access to key components makes serviceability and upgrading easy, so you won't be sidelined or held back on your road to supremacy. It has a brushed aluminum finish on an armor-like chassis. A jet fighter-like construction with hidden lift hinges ensures you're always at the ready. And with striking lighting effects and see-through window to components, others will know too. Unleash your fiercest gameplay anywhere with the extreme performance of the new Omen X laptop.
That was beast.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
The ESL India Premiership 2018 has 3 seasons: summer, fall, and winter. The summer season takes place from April to June, while the fall season runs from July to September. Finally, the winter season takes place from October to December. Coming to tournament formats, each season is divided into 3 tiers: the professional tier, the Master League; the semi-professional tier, the Challenger Series; the Open tier, the Starter Cups. Moving on to the frequency, every season in the ESL India Premiership 2018 will see 1 Master League, 3 Challenger Series, and 3 Starter Cups. The Masters League now hosts 12 teams and players. Meanwhile, the Challenger Series has 8 contestants and follows a double elimination format. Finally, the Starter Cups are now limited to only 128 participants, so make sure you register for the Premiership now. Once you register for the Starter Cup 1, you'll have to fight your way to the top. At the end of the phase, you will get promoted to the Challenger Series 1. You should try and maintain your position in the Challenger Series 1, 2, and 3. But this is no easy task. At the end of every phase, the bottom 2 contestants are dropped out. They are replaced by the top teams from the Starter Cups. Those who succeed in the Challenger Series are rewarded with promotion to the Master League. The top 4 teams will proceed to play in the next season's Masters League. Meanwhile, the Master League runs uninterrupted until the end of the season. The 12 champions will constantly try to establish their dominance over the others. But at the end of a season, the bottom 4 teams are relegated to the Challenger Series, while the top 4 play at the land finale for the top prize. ESL India Premiership 2018 begins in April. The registrations are on, so make sure you sign up now.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
This is the first ever Omen X laptop for gamers that go to extremes. Gear up with the machine designed for total domination and engineered for gaming in stunning 4K. Equipped with the latest Intel Core processors, it gives you the power to be relentless. With a 17.3-inch diagonal screen and desktop-class graphics, you get maximum performance to be victorious anywhere. With multiple fans and large exhaust vents, heat is transferred away from critical components for dynamic overclocking. Ramp up boot times, game loading, and overall system responsiveness with optional RAID 0 SSD configurability. An RGB LED backlit mechanical keyboard lets you program each individually lit key to create customized key maps that switch seamlessly between games. With 2.5mm travel and in-key rollover, you can take out your competition with more accuracy and precision. Designed for extreme immersion, DTS Headphone X technology comes built in for surround sound experience that puts you right in the middle of the action. With the addition of a VR headset, gamers can step inside a completely immersive world for an elevated gaming experience. Single-panel access to key components makes serviceability and upgrading easy, so you won't be sidelined or held back on your road to supremacy. It has a brushed aluminum finish on an armor-like chassis. A jet fighter-like construction with hidden lift hinges ensures you're always at the ready. And with striking lighting effects and see-through window to components, others will know too. Unleash your fiercest gameplay anywhere with the extreme performance of the new Omen X laptop.
guy's out.
That was beast.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
The ESL India Premiership 2018 has 3 seasons: summer, fall, and winter. The summer season takes place from April to June, while the fall season runs from July to September. Finally, the winter season takes place from October to December. Coming to tournament formats, each season is divided into 3 tiers: the professional tier, the Master League; the semi-professional tier, the Challenger Series; the Open tier, the Starter Cups. Moving on to the frequency, every season in the ESL India Premiership 2018 will see 1 Master League, 3 Challenger Series, and 3 Starter Cups. The Masters League now hosts 12 teams and players. Meanwhile, the Challenger Series has 8 contestants and follows a double elimination format. Finally, the Starter Cups are now limited to only 128 participants, so make sure you register for the Premiership now. Once you register for the Starter Cup 1, you'll have to fight your way to the top. At the end of the phase, you will get promoted to the Challenger Series 1. You should try and maintain your position in the Challenger Series 1, 2, and 3. But this is no easy task. At the end of every phase, the bottom 2 contestants are dropped out. They are replaced by the top teams from the Starter Cups. Those who succeed in the Challenger Series are rewarded with promotion to the Master League. The top 4 teams will proceed to play in the next season's Masters League. Meanwhile, the Master League runs uninterrupted until the end of the season. The 12 champions will constantly try to establish their dominance over the others. But at the end of a season, the bottom 4 teams are relegated to the Challenger Series, while the top 4 play at the land finale for the top prize. ESL India Premiership 2018 begins in April. The registrations are on, so make sure you sign up now.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
This is the first ever Omen X laptop for gamers that go to extremes. Gear up with the machine designed for total domination and engineered for gaming in stunning 4K. Equipped with the latest Intel Core processors, it gives you the power to be relentless. With a 17.3-inch diagonal screen and desktop-class graphics, you get maximum performance to be victorious anywhere. With multiple fans and large exhaust vents, heat is transferred away from critical components for dynamic overclocking. Ramp up boot times, game loading, and overall system responsiveness with optional RAID 0 SSD configurability. An RGB LED backlit mechanical keyboard lets you program each individually lit key to create customized key maps that switch seamlessly between games. With 2.5mm travel and in-key rollover, you can take out your competition with more accuracy and precision. Designed for extreme immersion, DTS Headphone X technology comes built in for surround sound experience that puts you right in the middle of the action. With the addition of a VR headset, gamers can step inside a completely immersive world for an elevated gaming experience. Single-panel access to key components makes serviceability and upgrading easy, so you won't be sidelined or held back on your road to supremacy. It has a brushed aluminum finish on an armor-like chassis. A jet fighter-like construction with hidden lift hinges ensures you're always at the ready. And with striking lighting effects and see-through window to components, others will know too. Unleash your fiercest gameplay anywhere with the extreme performance of the new Omen X laptop.
The guy's out.
That was beast.
Game, record, and stream without compromise on Intel Core i7.
The ESL India Premiership 2018 has 3 seasons: summer, fall, and winter. The summer season takes place from April to June, while the fall season runs from July to September. Finally, the winter season takes place from October to December. Coming to tournament formats, each season is divided into 3 tiers: the professional tier, the Master League; the semi-professional tier, the Challenger Series; the Open tier, the Starter Cups. Moving on to the frequency, every season in the ESL India Premiership 2018 will see 1 Master League, 3 Challenger Series, and 3 Starter Cups. The Masters League now hosts 12 teams and players. Meanwhile, the Challenger Series has 8 contestants and follows a double elimination format. Finally, the Starter Cups are now limited to only 128 participants, so make sure you register for the Premiership now. Once you register for the Starter Cup 1, you'll have to fight your way to the top. At the end of the phase, you will get promoted to the Challenger Series 1. You should try and maintain your position in the Challenger Series 1, 2, and 3. But this is no easy task. At the end of every phase, the bottom 2 contestants are dropped out. They are replaced by the top teams from the Starter Cups. Those who succeed in the Challenger Series are rewarded with promotion to the Master League. The top 4 teams will proceed to play in the next season's Masters League. Meanwhile, the Master League runs uninterrupted until the end of the season. The 12 champions will constantly try to establish their dominance over the others. But at the end of a season, the bottom 4 teams are relegated to the Challenger Series, while the top 4 play at the land finale for the top prize. ESL India Premiership 2018 begins in April. The registrations are on, so make sure you sign up now.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
This is the first ever Omen X laptop for gamers that go to extremes. Gear up with the machine designed for total domination and engineered for gaming in stunning 4K. Equipped with the latest Intel Core processors, it gives you the power to be relentless. With a 17.3-inch diagonal screen and desktop-class graphics, you get maximum performance to be victorious anywhere. With multiple fans and large exhaust vents, heat is transferred away from critical components for dynamic overclocking. Ramp up boot times, game loading, and overall system responsiveness with optional RAID 0 SSD configurability. An RGB LED backlit mechanical keyboard lets you program each individually lit key to create customized key maps that switch seamlessly between games. With 2.5mm travel and in-key rollover, you can take out your competition with more accuracy and precision. Designed for extreme immersion, DTS Headphone X technology comes built in for surround sound experience that puts you right in the middle of the action. With the addition of a VR headset, gamers can step inside a completely immersive world for an elevated gaming experience. Single panel access to key components makes serviceability and upgrading easy, so you won't be sidelined or held back on your road to supremacy. It has a brushed aluminum finish on an armor-like chassis. A jet fighter-like construction with hidden lift hinges ensures you're always at the ready. And with striking lighting effects and see-through window to components, others will know too. Unleash your fiercest gameplay anywhere with the extreme performance of the new Omen X laptop.
Welcome back to the ESL India Premiership Summer Season Masters League. We're sorry about that delay, but the Counter-Strike game did not happen, but we do have Dota for you now. I'm your host Aditya, and joining me is the lovely Angela. How are you doing?
I'm great. I love that 64-minute break that we had. It was like a surprise break for all of us.
It was a great break for me as well. I was like, I don't have to watch CS. I don't have to take my notes. Like if anyone has seen me take my notes for CS, by the way, they are about this long on an iPad. Like an iPad is this long, but the notes are like 3 pages on that. I write down everything that happens in every single round.
Actually, I kind of can understand that because even I write down a lot of things before the game starts because after all, you're the one analyzing the game. You got to know everything that went right and wrong. You can't give wrong information.
Exactly. So. I've actually even started maintaining an Excel sheet now with a lot of those stats. So that should be fun. But today we have Nefarious taking on Reckoning Infinity.
Yes.
So let's take a look at Nefarious. And that's Nefarious for you with Addy Man, my namesake.
Yeah, I think we all always get games where we have previously hosted for them like Backband, and now you have Nefarious, and
Well, there
I
were
hope
worse
that's a lucky
names though. I mean,
job.
Nefarious is still a good name. Backband, decent name. But if you're talking about names, there are a couple of Counter-Strike teams. Like there's one which is called Indian Gamers. That's it. I was like, okay, that is very, like, find a dictionary maybe and just pick 2 random pages, and that could be a better name than just Indian Gamers.
But
yeah, I'm not
talking about Nefarious, they're a team from Delhi. As of now, they sit with only 1 victory for themselves. They are sitting 11th on the board. So I think right now all they got to do is hold their ground, get a few wins for themselves so that they don't go into complete... they don't go into being completely removed from the ESL India Premiership. We don't want that happening for them. Yeah.
But at least they won't be removed. If they do end up 9th
They
to
go to
12th, they'll
Challenger.
drop to challengers, yes. And the top 4 go to the LAN finale. By the way, I got 3 different people on Steam today asking me, did the format change? Is it the top 8 and a LAN qualifier? No, it isn't. The top 4, 1 through 4, go to the LAN finale. 5th to 8 will maintain your position in the Masters League. And 9th to 12th will see you drop to the Challenger League for the fall season, the Challenger Series.
Yeah.
But yeah, talking about the Challenger, let's see Reckoning Infinity. And that's Team Reckoning Infinity. I love the dot there. Like, every time there's a dot in a name, I specifically point it out and I just say dot.
We have a player in DOTA also who's called
Who's
Dot.
called Dot.
Yeah,
But it's actually DOT, right? I wish
DOT.
his nickname was just a dot, like just a period.
I
because
think
then
he
it would
tried
be
that
fun.
out, but no one gave him much importance. So then he was like, I'm just going to write that down now. But talking about Reckoning Infinity, they're a fantastic team for Pune. As of now, they sit 8th on the board. They've only been able to get 1 victory. They are looking, of course, to make their way to the LAN finale. They're looking strong. They have their sister team, Reckoning Esports, who's doing really, really well for themselves too. Hoping to see Reckoning Infinity make it to the LAN finale. I mean, they're another team. I would like to say that they work in every single ESL game and they study it and they try to get better and better with every passing game. So I'm looking forward to see how far this team goes. Talking about how far they'll go, the draft is already live.
Will determine how far this game goes, right? Generally.
Clockwork, Naga, and DP get banned out from Reckoning Infinity, and Nefarious is going to pick up that Sand King and Ancient Apparition as quickly as the clock strikes 20. And the Night Stalker, OD, and Razor get a ban over there. But Reckoning Infinity, trying to follow a little bit of Burizo's draft, they're going to pick up that Omni Knight and Tusker for now. Good supports. It's going to be mostly an offline Omni Knight. He fares pretty well against the tri-lane. Nowadays, of course, the concept of a tri-lane has kind of changed in Dota 2. It's become more of dual lane sequences followed by most teams. So if that's the case, I think the Omni Knight is going to fare pretty well for himself in the off lane. Tusker, of course, going into the 4th role. They have good picks here. I mean, they could opt to go for the Bane. Reckoning Infinity are pretty good on the Bane. Meanwhile, we do have Nefarious, who's got to pick up their mid, their carry, and also their off laner. They could opt to go for the Void. They like to play the Void. They also like to play the Queen of Pain mid. I'm hoping to see whether a Puck is also part of Reckoning Infinity's pool. As of now, the Templar Assassin and Viper get banned out there from Nefarious. They don't really want a lot of damage coming on to that Queen of Pain as of now. Pitlord and Shadow Fiend get banned out of Reckoning Infinity. That means that they still have some good potential heroes in the pool. They both picked up mostly their supports. The Reckoning Infinity still got the Witch Doctor if they're planning on sending the Omni Knight offlane. They also have the Disruptor in the pool. The Oracle, a really not touched hero in 7.13, but I think he fits fairly okay against the Ancient Apparition. So for now, they're going to take some time. Nefarious, speaking about Ancient, also says that Reckoning Infinity cannot really go for a Terrorblade or even a Husker, as a matter of fact, because Ice Blast is going to do quite a bit of damage. Nefarious is going to pick up their carry next, a Phantom Lancer coming in from them. Not really seen them play this hero before. Pretty excited. Reckoning Infinity, on the other hand, they do like to play the Doom also quite a bit, unless they're sending the Omni Knight offlane. But a lot of time taking to pick up the 3rd hero. They have the carry to still, if they want to show that, I would opt for them to pick up their 5th position. The Witch Doctor, Disruptor, still open. OD has got a ban. Yes, he's got a ban. So they got to be careful on who they want to send mid. At this given point of time, they could take some time with this one. The Monkey King, of course, still available if they want to opt to pick that hero as a carry. Of course, the Void being part of the draft still available.
Yes. Would you think Tinker would be a good pick for?
I think it'll be a brilliant pick.
Infinity.
If Reckoning want to really pick up the Tinker, they could do for that. I mean, they have actually added it to their draft line before. So I'm hoping to see whether they could go for the Tinker. And Tinker, of course, fares pretty well against the Queen of Pain. For now, Reckoning Infinity going to pick up their 5th role. It's going to be the Witch Doctor coming in for them. So they've got their offlane set. They've got their 4th role, 5th role. They're looking to pick still their mid. Tinker fitting in for them. The Legion Commander, but getting picked up over there by Nefarious. I love
Nefarious
that
has
pickup.
been really quick with their pickups, right? Other than this one, where the 4th one, they've been really quick. They haven't wasted any time. While Reckoning Infinity has actually been taking their time, using some of their reserve time as well.
I think
It's actually very
Nefarious.
surprising to see one, like for me, it's very surprising to see one team being so calculated
Yeah.
and so slow with it, and the other team is just like, I'll just pick this. I like this.
I think Nefarious has a very set lineup in mind that they've already played and practiced with, and they want to kind of see if that will fare for them. It's similar to what Team Buriza did yesterday. They kind of had a set draft in mind that they're going to take 4 heroes that basically is going to heal the Terrorblade, and that kind of worked for them. So sometimes having your draft set without trying to counter pick also helps you a lot, because you really don't know what your opponents are going to pick. So either choose to play to their gameplay or just choose to be so confident with yours that you really don't care what your opponent kind of takes. And I think Nefarious, I would like to actually commend them that, I mean, this is a good idea. If you try to counter, at some point you kind of realize during the game that, hey, you know what, if I had picked something else that I was more comfortable with, maybe this game would have been a completely different story. And with
Gyro being picked up.
Gyro,
by-
much expected pick coming in there from Reckoning Infinity. Their tri-lane is set for now. The Tusk is going to be roaming around a lot mid, with their mostly going to be mostly going to be the gyrocopter and in the safe lane, unless they plan to send him in. But I doubt that's going to happen. Of course, Legion Commander being picked up after the Omni Knight is a little risky, because Omni Knight fares beautifully well in the mid to late game scenario. But let's see what they have in store. I really don't want to question Nefarious' draft till I see their last pick. For now, Reckoning Infinity looking to pick their final hero. And first of all, looking for the bans. Nefarious going to quickly ban on that Juggernaut. I don't think the Juggernaut ban was necessary. They'd already picked their carry. They got to be more careful about what goes mid. And knowing Reckoning Esports, they will mostly... I mean, the Templar Assassin also is out of their pool. So mostly they could go for a Puck. A Puck would fare well for them. They could also opt to maybe send something like a Storm Spirit, though I haven't really seen the Storm Spirit. I'm waiting to see the first team that will actually pick up the Storm Spirit.
I have watched a lot of games where Storm Spirit has featured.
Yeah.
And I find him like to be a really cool hero.
I mean,
I don't know
if
why
you
he's
know
not
how
played
to
more.
play him, he's
Yeah.
just... I mean, you got to be very skilled to play Storm Spirit, because
Something like
it's all
the-
about the clicks at the right time, and also you got to be really quick. And meanwhile, Reckoning...
200 actions per minute is what you'd have to do to control him well.
Definitely. I mean, if you're seeing players like Sumail play the Storm Spirit, you were going to be like a little worried about that, because he's just amazing, and he's an amazing player, and he's only 17 years old. That also says that he's really quick with
Also,
his
I have a
fingers.
question. Again, noob question here.
Yeah.
Might just help somebody who's new in the stream.
Yeah.
What happens once your reserve time completely runs out?
You get a random hero. You
What, it
just get
picks anything
ra-
for you?
anything for you. It's on random. So you could even end up getting a meepo.
Why did I have a feeling that it was that they take away from your gold in the start?
That's only during a pub game or a
Okay.
casual matchmaking, but in ranked and in competitive, normally it just becomes into a random hero.
Yeah.
So for now, but Reckoning Infinity not going to give that Queen of Pain to Nefarious. They were really hoping to get that Queen of Pain in their game, but for now, Reckoning Infinity going to complete their draft with Lina, and Nefarious replying to that with the Skyrath Mage. This is the second time I'm going to be seeing a Skyrath Mage going mid. He fares pretty well against the Lina, and with the Sand King and the Legion up to gank after about 15 minutes into the game, I feel Nefarious have a very sorted draft. They are lacking a little bit in their tank, but same goes with Team Reckoning Infinity. I mean, if the Omni Knight does get his ultimate off, which kind of cancels out all physical damage, I see Reckoning Infinity taking this game really easily. But if Nefarious is able to pull off that draft and that Skyrath Mage does get really overpowered by 11 minutes, 11 to 12 minutes, they could really do really well for them.
But put your money where your mouth is. Who would
Yeah.
you say is going to take this?
I would say Reckoning Infinity, they have a more stable lineup.
Yeah.
But Nefarious, I think they've come into this game with already a thought of way of playing this. I think most of the players who have chosen these heroes are really good with them, especially Moon. Not Moon. I think it is Lips of Angel individual. He plays really, really well. I think he's the main person who even gives the calls in his team. And it sometimes works out for them, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm hoping that they have come in very practiced. I mean, it's day 18. We're expecting more from our teams. And I'm expecting more from Nefarious. But I'll put my money on Reckoning Infinity.
All right, so let's find out if Angela's right about Reckoning and winning this game. But before we do get into the game, today, by the way, our casters are going to be Nishant and who's CloudX, by the way, as well as Floki. Before we get into the game, I do want to wish Nishant CloudX Patel.
Yes.
A
very happy
birthday. Because it is his birthday, and like a trooper, he is still going to be casting on his birthday. He's not taking this Sunday off, and neither are we. Let's see if Reckoning Infinity can take this. Over to you guys.
Alright folks, welcome back to ESL India Premiership Summer Season Phase 1. You're watching Nefarious vs Reckoning Infinity. My name is Floki. Joining me for this one is CloudX. CloudX, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much. Again. Looking forward to this game.
For the fourth time in the day, yeah.
Like I said, I'm looking forward to this game. It's, you know, we've spent most of the day watching the MPGL qualifiers. Now, Nefarious versus Reckoning Infinity. We're looking at some true, untainted Indian Dota meta. I'm not too sure who the underdogs are in this particular matchup, but I'd like to believe that Reckoning Infinity does have the upper hand. And I'm also a little concerned about this cheese Skyrath Mage pickup that's come out here on the middle lane from Nefarious.
Against Lina, I don't think this is the best choice. Lina can probably outdo Skyrath Mage in the mid lane, because Skyrath Mage I think has shorter cast range on his spells.
Yeah, I mean, versus the Lina, I think Skyrath Mage isn't gonna have as good a time, but there's definitely some synergy with the Skyrath and the Legion Commander, but we'll have to wait for that.
Dante though, top lane. Copying a fair amount of damage. Does have the overwhelming odds. Should be able to run away from this one unscathed, and indeed he will. Does have the salt to get him back up to full.
I think he should just go back to base at this point. Maybe go back base, TP back out.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking to do.
He already used a Tango though, and that was without popping an Iron Brand, so yeah, maybe it's not the best idea to go back to base now. Just for efficiency's sake.
Perhaps. I think he can just block his creeps and try to make sure creep wave meets close to his tower. Well, two rooms for both sides. And let's talk a bit about this mid matchup, because this mid matchup is what I'm curious about. Who do you think theoretically fares better? Is it the Skyrath Mage or is it the Lina in a pure 1v1?
I think the first couple of levels the Skyrath has the upper hand, but thereafter it should be the Lina. Neither side has the... Well, okay, both sides have the slope ward. The Dire slope ward placed a little deeper, the Radiant slope ward right next to it. I think this matchup really relies on whether or not they can get the D ward off successfully, because the Skyrath, if he's got vision up on the high ground, he's going to consistently spam out those arcane bolts. If he doesn't, the Lina is probably going to tag him with a light strike array every time he comes close to the Dire side of the map. Ideally, I'd say the Lina has the upper hand, but with that ward in place, maybe I'd give it to the Skyrath.
Okay then. Well, whose draft do you like better now? I mean, both of these drafts seem rather unusual. You don't see Lina too often. Reckoning Infinity have picked it up in the past, I think, but they didn't have a lot of success with it.
Yeah, I think on the international circuit as well, there aren't too many teams that are running a mid Lina. I think one of the more recent occurrences was Dendi running it in Navi, but they haven't had too much success of late.
Well, LFY does like to run the Lina on the mid. Like Super plays that hero a lot, so I have seen him play it.
Alright. I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like they've got ways to deal with the Phantom Lancer illusions towards the late game. The Gyrocopter is obviously the ideal hero to go up against a Lancer then. But I am concerned about Nefarious's snowball potential. I feel like if the Legion Commander is off to a good start on this top lane, gets a decently timed Blink Dagger, they've got so much pick-off potential. Like, the moment the Legion Commander initiates with an Ancient Apparition, Skyrath Mage, and maybe even a Sand King if necessary, that's one hero deleted from the fight. Not much the Reckoning will be able to do to save him, other than, you know, maybe have a Tusk coming in with a Snowball.
Well, perhaps the Aghanim Scepter on the Omni Knight could be really useful this game.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. So if you go towards the late game, I'd definitely start leaning in Reckoning Infinity's favor. But the early snowball potential, I'd be worried about that Legion Commander running away with it.
Iced? might end up dropping and giving first blood to Nefarious. Cask does bounce around for a bit, but Nefarious, they find first blood.
That's one way to get your snowball rolling.
And the Sand King too manages to find that first blood, so he's gonna have his boots and start roaming around the map a lot more efficiently.
Some unconventional laning happening here, by the way. So bottom, you've got an Omni Knight with who casually repelled himself under the tower. By the way,
I might have to cut you off. Actually, top. There is a bit of a skirmish here. Ice might just end up falling again. Last right click, the overwhelming gods find the kill. Maledict was on to 2, but it's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, I mean, these lanes are super unconventional. You've got a Lancer versus an Omni Knight in the bottom lane. I don't think I've ever seen this matchup before. At least, not intentionally set up at least. With a Soul Ring, I'd probably say the Lancer comes out on top. He's also got the Phantom Rush agility bonus coming out, so he's going to be able to harass Scarf a lot more.
Indeed. I think this is a matchup that tilts into the favor of Abi. And Abi, if he decides to rush that Diffusal Blade, he can actually kill Omni Knight at around 11 to 12 minute mark, all by himself.
But, you know, I think when Cock gets his Shrine online and regens up again, if he gets the Soul Ring out in time, I think he should be the one coming out on top.
Mid lane, tanking, seated up a Maledict, and he's seated up a bunch of stuns. Should end up dropping to the... Maybe it's a drop. Ghibli turns around and the dust coming in with the snowball. Adiman, he does healing style back up, pops the Fairy Fire, but can't find the kill on Moon. With a double kill, prepares Reckoning Infinity forward to success.
Yeah, that's a dangerous move indeed coming out from Nefarious. You don't want to give Lina a snowball start either. I'm expecting this Lina to go for the standard Yule Scepter build this game. Fair bit of value with the Yules up against the Skywrath Mage too. But yeah, it looks like for now she's just going to start off with a double null and build into a wand and boots just for that extra firepower early on.
Yep. What do you think of the Bloodstone pickup this game? Do you think it's worth it for the Lina to get Bloodstone against the lineup of Nefarious?
I mean, I feel like there's going to be more efficient items she could pick up. We'll hold that discussion until we stop.
Yeah, Maledict upon the Sand King. He's going to eat a homing missile soon, and he should most certainly end up falling with a second rocket barrage. And now Dante, he's going to have to back up and just watch his friend die.
Yeah. Back to the Bloodstone discussion. I feel like there's a I think the Lina's got to play that space creator role. You probably want to pick up items like the Yules, maybe a Blink or a Shadow Blade after to go finding pickoffs. Eventually, if this game drags on for too long, one of the reasons why I feel like Reckoning Infinity has the upper hand is because Lina could just as well transition into a physical DPS core, and it's honestly quite efficient with the level 25 talent on the attack range bonus. It's ridiculous actually. But
yeah.
If Reckoning Infinity is confident about finishing this game early on, yeah, sure, the Bloodstone really helps you accelerate your snowball.
I back. I am having some issues with my in-game camera control, bugging out on me a little bit.
I think you're having some packet loss as well because your voice is just going potato on me.
Okay, 1 second. I'll just fix that real quick. Give me a moment.
Bottom lane, Abi and Kark in a fight to the death. But no one dies. Kark's got his Soul Ring online, so he should be in a comfortable spot going forward. Lancer no longer has any mana to work with. Oops, top lane. I'm not sure if you're catching all this on the camera, Floki, but we're seeing some action on the top side as well. Rogue ends up getting a kill on Riha, and then you've got Dante going down to Iced.
Alright, this is just my bit of a butt for me today.
I can't hear you at all.
Oh my god.
Okay, I can hear you now. It's better.
Okay, I'm having massive packet loss issues with some. Don't know why, to be honest.
Up top, Riha in trouble again. Cold Feet will proc. Good. Yeah, they're gonna have some trouble getting this kill for sure. Homing missile that comes out and clips Dante on the back of his head. Maledict on him. Not gonna get the kill. No one actually ends up dying there, but so much pressure being applied by Nefarious on the top side here. But Reckoning Infinity, I think they might have an opportunity of their own here with Kappa, or rather Iced, finding Rogue on the side here. Got a Burrow Strike available. Is he in range? Not quite just yet. Now he's got it. No Cold Feet available though. Rogue just gonna make a run for it. Unfortunately, he's out in no man's land and ends up getting taken down. There's a 3-man overwhelming odd coming out from Dante, but Can't quite find any return kills on the back of that.
Is the voice sounding better? I mean, he's not gonna pick up at this point. Percent 9, I believe. Is my voice better? Am I more audible?
Yeah, you're better now.
Okay, that's some good, I guess. Indian ISPs, lol.
Up top.
Top lane. Yet, Dante. In some trouble, but Sand King intimidating the guy misses the Burrow Strike. That's not how you want to play Dota. I mean, I'm not sure how he missed that. Mid lane, he's completely dominated this matchup. This guy is at 20 for 3 CM while Moon closing in on level 8, 46 creeps to him.
Okay, your audio has gone really bad on me again. And unfortunately, since you've got the camera slot as well, I can't ask you to just get out of the game.
Well, I can continue observing, but I think you're gonna have to take over.
Alright, be my cameraman. I'll take this solo. Sounds like a plan. If you know your packet loss settles, do let me know. Back at bottom, I'm looking at Abhi. He's pressuring that tier 1 tower quite hard. Kark, meanwhile, completely pushed out of the lane. He's sitting at level 5 versus a level 8 Phantom Lancer. And I'm fairly certain this Lancer hasn't picked up... Okay, I'm gonna hold that thought because mid, RIP Lina. That did not take very long. A Burrow Strike into a Skywrath Mage Mystic Flare. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Up top,
okay, I'm back. Yeah, top. Well, what are you gonna do, top? Nothing is happened up.
Iced.
Oh yeah, mid lane. Witch Doctor, one last right click, and with the Skywrath Mage Arcane will be able to find a kill. But Adiman might pay for it with his life. Iced is here with the shots as blocked. Adiman, he's trying to turn around the fight, but he's not going to be successful. Omni Knight comes and makes sure Ice does not end up falling. Turns out my stream was on and it was streaming in 1080p HD.
Good job.
Yep. Well, they are showing signs of life. Nefarious, I mean, they are finding something across the map.
7 to 5, 8 minutes in. I'd still say it's fairly even, right? The goal graph just minutely tilting in favor of Reckoning Infinity, but the EXP graph still in favor of Nefarious. I think primary cause for concern here is that Phantom Lancer, who's just been left alone for the most part. He's 0-0-0 and just free farming up against an Omni Knight in the lane. Omni Knight though has the backup coming in with this task, but they're not going to be able to score this kill. He's got the doppelganger, just jumps over the shards and gets away.
I mean, it's a hard lane for the Omni Knight to find a kill. Typically, he can just run down any hero with support, but against the Phantom Lancer, he's just gonna doppelganger away. What do you think of his item build here? He's queued up the Battle Fury. Do you think this is the right choice this game?
Yeah, I mean, I can get behind it. Well, middle lane looks like Adiman.
Oh no.
This is major issue with the Skywrath Mage. He's super squishy and susceptible to ganks, but wow, in this case, he actually ends up trading 1 for 1.
Yeah, he found the Witch Doctor. Now Abhi's here as well. He managed to dodge the doppelganger. He dodged the lightning striker here with the doppelganger. And just like that, he's gonna have to back off.
Top, they're going in for the kill on Kark here. Omni Knight just barely TP'd up top, and he's.
I mean, Kark, he has Rebel and Guardian Angel. Lips of Angel might be in trouble. Turning around for the chase here. Looks like there's not gonna be any kills going their way though at the moment.
Quite a massacre so far here across the map. Just 10 minutes in, we're well over a kill a minute. 7, just a minute lead in favor of Reckoning Infinity. However, this Phantom Lancer is getting bigger with every passing minute.
Indeed.
He's making progress towards a Battle Fury, but it's gonna be a while before the Lancer actually comes online here. Especially now that he's going for the Battle Fury. I still agree with it. I think going for the Battle Fury does make sense. But it's gonna take a lot more from the rest of Nefarious running around the map and finding kills. In fact, I feel like they should be investing more time in just securing free farm for the Legion Commander up top at the moment. Maybe even score kills on anyone that heads in his lane.
Yeah, I think Legion Commander is gonna start to fall if she doesn't find a Blink Dagger in the next 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, she's already got 10 dual victory damage, so she's got something going for her. But bottom, they're gonna smoke and move towards the Task, whose Spidey senses are gonna tingle at just the right time. Got some backup coming in. There's a smoked up gyrocopter as well as a smoked up Witch Doctor right next to him, so Perhaps they could use the Tusk as bait here to score a couple of kills of their own.
Oh, yep. Avada is going to break the smoke and now Battle Strike forward onto him. He's dropping very low. He's going to end up falling before getting his spells off. Gyrocopter on the back lines. He's trying to find a kill, but he's just getting man-fought by Adiman. And Adiman turns around, gets the kill, is still alive through all this. And now Legion Commander with the duel, turning it around. And suddenly Nefarious come out on top.
That was just a mindless gang coming out from Reckoning Infinity. No vision, no intel in the area. They just go running straight at the Skywrath Mage, who's standing right behind enemy lines. The Tusk snowballs in, tries to go on the Skywrath Mage, but the Witch Doctor gets blocked off by the rest of the heroes. However, the Gyrocopter makes a conscious decision to just run past his Witch Doctor who's in trouble and go straight for the Skywrath Mage. Yeah, there's no way they're going to burst down the Skywrath Mage that quickly. And now because of that, the Skywrath is a step closer to the Veil. Dante gets another 10 bonus dual victory damage and makes his progress towards a Blink Dagger as well.
Oh yeah, mid lane. Lina, she has a deadly combination of runes, haste as well as invis. Might be able to score a kill here if Fairies do decide to step out of the tower protection. It looks like they're aware of what's happening. The ward did spot out the rune on the side of Lina and gonna play super cautiously.
Move top now towards the Gyrocopter. Let's start with the overwhelming odds. Lips of an Angel unfortunately unable to get in range for the Burrow Strike despite having those tranquil boots up.
Yeah, Gyrocopter just moves super damn fast. I mean, he has phase boots, right? So he can just waddle away without really being afraid of the Burrow Strike. Mid lane though, Skywrath Mage ulti missing completely. Avada is gonna be okay. And now Lina with the Laguna Blade manages to find Lips of Angel steeping into this. This is not where you want to be. My friend gets stunned up by the Lina and now he's gonna take a bunch of damage. Omni Knight finds the kill. Suddenly Nefarious, they just give away 2 quick kills.
And a tier 1 tower on top of it. This is not how they envisaged the early game going, but again, it's space for Abhi, who's just busy pressuring a tier 1 tower on the bottom lane by himself. Dashes back and forth for the extra agility as well.
Avada ended up surviving as well, so...
Oh, okay. Well, Abhi just got zoned out by an Omni Knight TPing in solo, but yeah, I guess he had no idea whether or not there were more in the vicinity.
I mean, he did see in the mid lane that they just decided to get a gank going for themselves, so... I don't know, maybe he could have stayed there, maybe not.
He took the safe route. I mean, at this point, his priority is to just get that Battle Fury online as quickly as possible.
Okay. Well, the supports on the side of Reckoning Infinity aren't doing too well at the moment. Tusk is only level 5, 14 minutes in. This is not really where you want to be if you're playing the Tusk. Ideally, you want to have more levels, probably level 6, level 7 at this point.
But surprisingly, he's doing quite well in terms of net worth and items. He's sitting at 2.6k net worth with an Urn finished up and a Magic Wand en route.
Oh yeah. He's certainly richer than the other 2 supports.
Hardyman on top. He's got that Veil of Discord finished up, so you'd see oodles of magic damage being dished out here. I mean, this is such a scary lineup at this point. Even with this 4-man running in with a Veil to augment the magic damage coming out from all these heroes. I'm not sure Reckoning Infinity should take team fights here. I mean...
Mooney just walked in into the Sand King and now he's gonna eat it full epicenter to his face, but he gets stunned up. Sand King can't get the epicenter up and now the turnaround with the death one. Sand King is dropping pretty low and now Ice as well. He's gonna end up falling. Dual victory for Dante, but Dante ends up falling. Gyrocopter finds a kill from the backline and now he's chasing for more. But looks like there's not gonna come... looks like they're not gonna find anything more.
Corrected. I was just about... I mean, I just said that Reckoning Infinity should probably shy away from fights. They just run in at them. Turns out Yules is a good item.
Yeah,
just sending himself up into the air, negating a lot of that epicenter damage, buying a lot of time for his teammates to get in position.
The epicenter didn't go off in that fight. I think he got stunned up, but now Avada, he did get stunned up and now he's gonna end up dropping. Scat Mage picks up that kill, but Moon changes the stun perfectly with the Yule Scepter and now Riha as well as Kyak just deleting that Skylash from this game. Ice Blast is gonna miss, they're not gonna be able to find the kill and now the turnaround as well. Omni Knight drops Guardian Angel, going forward with the Laguna Blade. Gotta find the kill onto the Ancient Apparition. Moon is dominating now and Riha, he's not done yet, he wants to go for more. Dante dropping fairly low, snowball from the back lines, he's not gonna get caught in it and now Riha might have stepped a bit too far forward. Lips of Angel though, he might just end up falling over here and indeed he does. Press the attack is not going to be enough to save the day. On the back line though, RB, he's here and he's trying to clean up. But he gets hurled up into the air once again by this Lina. But RB, with the Phantom Lancer, he's not going to be able to find the kill. He's chasing forward. And Moon is going to finally end up dropping. Scarlet Mage is back. They find the kill on the Omni Knight. Dual damage for Dante. And now the Ice Blast coming in. Destroys Riha and Riha He's gonna end up falling as well. Ice on the back line, trying to run away from this fight. Avada, he's here, has the death ward. Is he gonna channel it? No! He gets silenced up and now he's running for his life as well. Dante with the chilling touch slow is gonna be able to secure kills for Adiman. 3 kills picked up, triple kill for him.
The hell was that? That was like an 8-man... 8 people died in that fight approximately. You had Reckoning Infinity fighting for so long. They killed the Skyrath Mage earlier on and the fight extended till the point where the Skyrath Mage actually respawned. So over the course of that fight, yeah, 9 heroes died in that fight, by the way.
Wow.
All 5 on the side of Reckoning Infinity and 4 on the side of Nefarious.
I'm seeing the fight recap and it's showing me that there were 2 Ice Blasts casted in that fight. So indeed a very long drawn out fight. But in the end, it does favor Radiant. They end up finding 2.5k gold off the back of that, and Reckoning Infinity only find 474. I'm not too sure what that means.
I think they just got too trigger happy. I mean, it's quite easy to get carried away with the momentum when you're, forcing silly mistakes out of your opponents and getting kills under the tier 1 tower and next to their shrine. But as Reckoning Infinity, you have to remember that this pretty early game, everyone's still got really low respawn times.
Oh, hold that thought, Abi. He might be in some trouble. They've gone onto an illusion though. Looks like they are not aware of it. They're still chasing the illusion, but now the illusion is gonna pop and they will find out the truth. Abi jukes away like a boss, has a Battle Fury, and is gonna be farming away. Awada? What is he trying to do? He's just gonna drop a ward. Fortunately, did not get spotted, and somewhere on the map, Omni Knight ended up falling.
There it is, that Blink
Duel
Dagger.
and the Mystic Flare.
So this is when Reckoning Infinity are now put on a clock. So it's really risky because the 4-man ganks from Nefarious just got super strong with the Blink Dagger on that Legion Commander, and at the same time, the farm rate on Abhi just went through the roof with that Battle Fury. Reckoning Infinity has to clump up. They have to find kill after kill into objectives, because simply finding teamfight victories isn't going to cut it. You're still going to have a Lancer that's free farming elsewhere. They have to find objectives, they have to constrict the map and essentially find a way to shut down the Lancer's farm while not giving up too many kills.
Top lane, Legion's Commander is gonna get snowballed upon. Ice Blast coming in from Rogue. It's gonna clip only onto Ice. Riha as well, he's here, he's chasing forward, but now the Skyrath Mage turns it around, but Skyrath Mage is getting turned apart because Moon is here and Moon is cleaning up the back lines. Rogue ends up falling, Skyrath Mage as well, and suddenly 2 kills going the way of Reckoning Infinity. They lose 2 heroes. Never mind, Nefarious lose 2 heroes, but they only find the Gyrocopter.
Can't entirely say if that was worth it for Reckoning Infinity, honestly, because it's the same analogy, right? You're still on a clock. Sure, they managed to bring down 1 Skyrath Mage and 1 support on the side.
Yeah, but at least the Nefarious aren't pushing, right? I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
So they're not really making anything off of these kills, really. And in Dota, as long as you're not pushing towers, your kills don't mean shit.
I disagree with that. I think Abhi, at this point, if Abhi's not pushing towers, it's fine, because he can essentially push the creep wave beyond the river as the Phantom Lancer and then just go into this rhythm where he goes jungle lane, jungle lane, jungle lane, and just racks up the money. I don't know if that was enough for Reckoning Infinity. I feel like they need to start grouping up a bit more again. Maybe find a pick-off into another tower. Start constricting the map by putting some deep observer wards inside the Radiant jungle, and maybe even make some plays on the Phantom Lancer himself.
Speaking of the Radiant jungle, Moon, he's invaded the Radiant jungle. He's looking for RP, but he's not going to find anything.
They also really need this Blink Dagger desperately on Ice, because he's going to be the most reliable way to start the fight on Phantom Lancer.
Oh, yeah. I think he's also the only available save at the moment that's reliable against the Legion Commander combination. Just blink in, snowball the guy, and suddenly you prevent all that Mystic Flare and dual damage.
Yeah. This is actually a really good game to be playing the Phantom Lancer now that I think about it. You've got... there's so many stuns that you can just disjoint or dodge with the Doppelganger. You've got the Paralyzing Cast, that doesn't really work. There's that window where you could Doppelganger out of a Yules into a Light Strike Array combination.
Top lane, Ice, he's gonna get spotted out because of this Ancient Apparition and Ice Blast, and now the duel in. Epicenter's being channeled up, Lips of Angel, he's certainly gonna find the kill onto Dante. Dante's certainly gonna find the kill onto Kappa, and Kappa gonna end up falling, but now Avada's here is turning it around with the Paralyzing Cast, Candle Maledict, and the Death Ward as well. He's gonna find a kill on the Lips of Angel, and Dante just has to watch his friend die. Oh, Moon on the backline, what's he doing? He's not gonna spot the Legion, and Legion is gonna blink away.
So Dante actually got stuck in the trees over there, had to chop his way out from the south side, but even if he wasn't stuck, I don't think he could have done much to actually save the Sand King in that situation. But again, all said and done, I think it's a slight advantage tilting again in favor of Nefarious, where They get another duel victory. Phantom Lancer's just farming uncontested. He's okay. He's heading for the Sanjanyasha by the looks of it.
I mean, I think it's a good item on a Phantom Lancer, especially you don't really want to get the Manta style, especially not this game. I think against a lot of illusion cleared with Lina and Gyrocopter. Perhaps Manta has more counter.
By the way, on the Omni Knight, I'm not sure if we spotted that out, but a decent pickup. In fact, it's the ideal pickup for him, I'd say.
Yeah, you can just hurl the LC up in the air while the duel is going on.
I mean, there's multiple instances where the duels comes in handy. One is sure to stop the LC from getting the duel off. Another is to shrug off the silence from the Ancient Seal.
RB is not going to get stunned up. And looks like RB is just going to be with Doppelganger. Now the turnaround, the Mystic players there. Ice Blast as well, hits onto 3 euros. Ice, he's dropping pretty low, but now the Guardian Angel. It's not going to end up mattering as Nefarious, they find the kill onto the Lina, and now Kaki's just going to have to TP out. All of a sudden, Reckoning Infinity, they're going to get gone upon it now. Ice as well, he's going to end up dropping.
Yeah, things are going from bad to worse for Reckoning Infinity. Got 78 bonus damage on Dante's Legion Commander now. RB's got himself the full Sanjanyasha, comes into another successful team fight and gets a kill. But again, all said and done, the net worth is still slightly shifted in favor of Reckoning Infinity.
Oh yeah, Nefarious, they're finally starting to push towers together. Legion Commander as well has 78 dual damage at this point in the game, so she's a scary contender.
Yeah, I'd say that's where Nefarious' lineup is a little bit lacking. They don't really have tower takedown potential.
Well, RB is gonna get got up on Riha, forced to pop the BKB because of his Skyrat. He's still popped his BKB, needing a bunch of damage, but now the epicenter from Lips of an Angel is gonna eliminate Avada, but the 2-man stun by Moon is gonna secure them the kill onto the Phantom Lancer as well as the Legion Commander. Now Adiman, he's trying to shoot left, right and center, but he's gonna get got on easy. Turns around with the Ancient Seal, can't find the kill though. Moon is quick on the Yules and dispels the seal. Wait, he's chasing for more? Lips of an Angel is gonna be able to blink away and has the TP out.
Nefarious just underestimating, or rather overestimating their ability to take buildings quickly there. We did see Reckoning Infinity make a similar mistake in the early game where they really didn't factor in the low respawn time on some of the heroes on the side of Nefarious. This time Nefarious did the exact same thing. They got punished for it. Moon respawned quickly. That 2-man stun, absolutely brilliant, setting up for pretty much a series of unfortunate events there for Nefarious. And now they're going to be the ones losing a tier 2 tower instead.
Oh yeah. This tier 2 tower... Okay, never mind. Looks like they are just going to back up. They want to play it safe and I think they might be heading towards Roshan. Or are they?
I don't think they can take Rosh. Everyone's respawned. Look at Moon's farm though, by the way. He's back on top of the network charts again and he almost has a BKB in addition to the Shadowblade and the Yule Scepter.
Oh yeah. Moon is extremely fun. He also has a level 18, so that's a max level Laguna Blade. He's gonna be eliminating some heroes with that.
He's also kept his options open, right? Because he's gone for the plus 30 damage talent at level 10 and then the plus 140 LSA talent at 15. So now if he needs to go for the physical DPS, he's probably going to pick up the Fiery Souls per stack at level 20. And yeah, I actually think that's what he's going to do. He's going to have to keep his...
Oh, Dante blinks up at the Shadow Blade by Moon. And now he's going to get turned around upon. Can't find the duel. Locked in by the shards. He's trying to duel up Ice, but Iced. He's just going to eliminate the Legion Commander. Now Riha chasing RB with the BKB. RB is hurled up in the air. Has Doppelganger. Will be able to juke. Wait, RB. Wait, he's trolling them. He's trolling them. The Doppelganger illusion is being moved. RB is still in place. Wait, now he starts moving. Wait, what's going on? He can't seem to move. He's just standing there in place. But now RB drops to the low ground, starts right-clicking Moon, but Moon with the stun is able to get away. Gyrocopter with the flak cannon trying to do some work onto this Phantom Lancer, and Phantom Lancer turning it around onto Ice. Now Avada with the Death Watch trying to do some work, but nah. RB is just too damn strong and manages to take down 2 all by himself. On the backlines, Riha is not able to reach the fight at all, and now Kak might be in trouble. Wait, RB? Okay, he was just standing still there for a moment. Kak might be in some trouble. Now with the Mystic Steel, they should be able to find the kill, and indeed they do.
I mean, Reckoning Infinity, you'd think they'd learn from their mistakes. They just went back in and overextended again. They got 2 kills, one on the Legion, one on the Ancient Apparition, and then they should have just backed off after that. Instead, they went chasing onto the low ground, got juked by a Phantom Lancer illusion, and got punished for it. There was even an epicenter committed for the Lina on the backlines, thus taking her out of the equation. Now RB's threatening high ground along with the rest of Nefarious, and it's 26 minutes in. That Lina, her high level is actually working against her now because she's got a fairly long respawn time. Oops, looks like RB's lagging.
Okay.
Think-
Indeed it does. I
They're
mean, he
not
buzz.
I mean, it's unlikely that they'll get this tier 3 tower at this point, but the damage has been done. They won a team fight, they got some chip damage done, and the net worth has now swung back in Nefarious' favor. Oh, maybe it hasn't actually, because the graph still shows 2000 in favor of Infinity.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the moment, well, not really, to be honest. The gold graph is still somewhat in the favor of Nefarious. So is the XP. The XP as well seems to be in the favor at the moment.
I don't even know what's happening, man. Now it's back in favor of Reckoning Infinity. This game is just super close.
Yeah. Both teams showing us that they're capable of taking this game, and any slight misstep.
But I say, I think getting the early BKB on the gyro was smart. Most of the time, you'd be tempted to go for the Sound Inertia first after the drums for that extra mobility, but having the BKB has just allowed him to survive through some of the absurd amounts of magic damage coming out from Nefarious' heroes.
Indeed,
it's certainly paying dividends.
The Scat Mage and Lina and LC combination is extremely dirty. Just fight a hero in the duel, drop the Mystic Flare, and that hero is eliminated for sure. Unless Omninet manages to get the Repeller. Which I think for that reason might have been worth to get an Aether Lens this game.
Yeah, he's got it queued up. He's going for it next.
And he's gonna find it soon.
Yeah, he's like 40 gold away from it. He's got Arcane Boots, Soul Ring, Yule Scepter. And Omninet doesn't need that much mana, man.
True, he doesn't really need that much mana, but just helps to have a lot of mana, I guess.
I guess at this point he just he's gonna disassemble it and get the Aether Lens instead.
Yep. No worth in keeping an Arcane Boot. Oh my god. RP. Looks like Indian internet is taking the toll on him, just like it did on me a while back.
Well, that was actually you taking a toll on yourself, man.
Hey, self-harm is not a joke.
Winning Infinity. Got Moon queuing up a Lincoln Sphere next. A fear of what that Legion commander is going to be doing to him going forward. That's 92 stolen damage and a BKB next in his queue.
Oh yeah. This BKB is gonna take a while though. I don't think this LC is gonna find it anytime soon. Probably another 4-5 minutes at least.
Nice, got queued up. He's going for the Pipe of Insight. About damn time someone thought of it. In fact,
probably Kark should have gone for it.
Yeah, exactly. I think Kark could have been a good candidate to pick up that pipe. Maybe skip the 4 stuff and just go for a pipe instead.
Mm-hmm. 4-star doesn't really do much in this game. I mean, sure, it can help you take someone away from the Mystic Flare, but 9 times out of 10, that Mystic Flare is going to be on the hero that LC is dueling, so...
Exactly. You probably just want to get a pipe instead and just help him survive in that department. But yeah, I think the Aghanims is something that he could consider skipping this game altogether.
Oh, why is that?
Because you're getting utility items like the Lincoln Sphere now on the Lina. I'm assuming we're going to see a Lotus Orb eventually on one of the supports. I don't know if you really want to get... I don't know if you really want to have an Aghanim Scepter just for fear of the LC coming in and dueling you at this point. I mean, it's going to get to a point where Riha's probably going to be packing enough of a punch to take down the LC himself. It's not like the LC is going for a Blade Mail this game.
Well, LC certainly is a scary contender herself as well. She has 92 duel damage at this point. So, in a duel, it's hard to say who's going to come out as a winner. I think
mean,
once Dante has his BKB...
most of the damage is still magical coming out from Nefarious. So I think you want to prioritize that over actually getting an Ags. So I'm thinking, heck, even if he gets a Lotus Orb or a Lincolns of his own, I wouldn't be too surprised. Yeah, he's got a Lotus Orb queued up now, so that makes sense.
Yeah, well,
of course, there's always the possibility where you end up just double dueling yourself with the Lotus Orb and then you give the LC 2 extra damage.
Oh yeah. Reckoning Infinity though, they have smoked up and they're looking to find pickups around the map. Question is, are they going to be successful? Roshan was just like Nefarious. They did expend the Ice Blast, but looks like Reckoning Infinity, they're going to end up wasting the smoke and find nothing.
Yeah, this is an obvious smoke. There's two lanes where they're not farming, and the third lane is where Nefarious is camping. So they know for a fact that Reckoning Infinity are just moving as 5 looking for something.
Oh yeah. Well,
I mean,
Reckoning Infinity.
when you're playing as a team and you've got like you got 5 heroes from the other team missing, the best thing you could possibly do is just take up high ground spots and wait as a 5-man yourself. That way you see them coming in first and you can make the first few moves.
Yeah, mid lane, Abi might get gone upon. Light Striker being pump picked by Moon. He's only gonna be able to clear the illusions. Can't catch Abi in it.
There we go. Dante running in with the Shadow Blade.
Oh,
Eyes on ice.
the trees. Managed to make sure that Dante does not find him and iced. Holding high ground for now. Nefarious are not gonna go forward with the plan.
No Aghanim Scepter shenanigans coming out from the Skyrat Mage either. Going for the Scythe of Ice like a good utility hero that he is.
Skyrat Mage with Aghanim Scepter is... it's a big nuisance to play against, man. 2 Ancient Seeds, 2 Mystic Flares, 2 Concussive Shots, 4 Arcane Bolts. I mean, that hero just becomes a team fight machine from like a pick-off centered hero.
Yeah, it's quite disgusting.
Perhaps OS Rogue will nerf that zone.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think Skyrat gets big enough for OS Rogue to give a damn.
Well, OS Rogue has nerfed heroes that never get picked in the past too. I wouldn't take it completely away from him, but... I don't know, I just find the Aghanim Scepter completely disgusting on a hero like Skyrat. I think he's not really the hero who you want to have in a lineup which is meant to team fight.
You know, to me, Skyrat is still like one of those cheese picks, like a Huskar, right? Because if you pick him in any order except as the last pick, you can be certain that there's going to be something to deal with him coming out on the other side, be it a Pugna, be it a Nyx Assassin. Which is why I think there's merit in not touching him right now and just leaving him as he is.
Well, 30 minutes in, neither team has done Roshan. Just constant D-board battles going around on the map. At the moment, it does seem that Reckoning Infinity has the vision advantage. They have 2 wards, one scouting out Roshan and one in their own jungle, protecting the farm.
Cardi up on PL, by the way.
Oh god. What do you think of this Cardi pickup? Do you think it's the right choice?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Cardi...
Over hard.
It's definitely adding to his survivability, but... I guess this Cardi makes sense. Because you're essentially adding to your catch potential, your slow potential, whatever the hell you want to call it, your CC. But in my head, the choice wasn't really between a Skadi and a Hardy. It was about whether you want to go for the Skadi or you want to just get a BKB to deal with the incessant stuns being thrown out on the side of Reckoning Infinity.
Oh, I don't think you ever want to get BKB as a Phantom Lancer.
It's very rare. I mean, you know, on some occasions you want to consider it, even though it does give away your position and all that. But I don't know. I think this is one of those games where a BKB might still have merit for the Lancer.
Moon starting to close in on that Lincoln Sphere. Only 7. Okay, never mind. He's nearly 900 gold away from the item. Bottom lane. Nefarious are camped up. Epicenter being channeled up. Lips of Angel goes in, finds the power strike onto the guy, but the snowball save. It's there. Now he's turning it around. Army is gonna get snowballed up. Rehab manages to pop his BKB. Moon on the backline eliminates the Legion Commander, and now the turnaround is here. Nefarious, their time is up, and now it's time of Reckoning Infinity. Abi, well, okay.
That was a hell of a save coming out from Ice.
Yeah.
I mean, Riha was just dropping so fast in that fight. Had it not been for the snowball, they were done for.
Oh yeah, that snowball was super sick by Ice. That actually turned the fight around completely. But I think Reckoning Infinity would have perhaps liked a few more kills on the back of that. They expended all their ultimates. Only managed to find LC. But they might find more here as Rogue is probably going to be in trouble. Gets hurled up in the air. And this is most certainly death. Punch for good measure. He's gonna end up dropping.
It's just momentum that Reckoning Infinity are riding on. After that snowball save, they move forward, they get another pick off, open up a 30-second window for themselves. The question is, can they get anything done with this window? I mean, there's no Ice Plus to go into the rush pit for 30 seconds. That's how I'd approach the situation. Maybe just send your team to the pit and try and claim Aegis now. There's no Epicenter either for about the same duration, so...
Well,
yes, it's a slip up to not go in the pit.
I don't know. I mean, they don't seem like they have a lot of damage. I mean, Lina could certainly attack Roshan very fast and like get the damage in, but it's still sort of risky. Sand King can always, you know, try to blink in, perhaps steal your Aegis.
Yeah, I mean, sure, there's ways for them to contest, but the odds were stacked in Reckoning Infinity's favor, especially if you drop a Sigil Ward and get some vision around the pit while you're taking it. I like the Skadi on the PL, but not so much on the Gyrocopter this game. I feel like he probably wants to pack a bit more of a punch than getting a Skadi and just getting survivable.
Yeah,
A Butterfly or an MKB would be the ideal choices in my opinion.
I think a Satanic wouldn't be bad either in this game. I mean, sure, the Ice Blast irritates you a lot, but once that Ice Blast is over and you're still surviving, you can just turn the fight around completely. I guess they have the Omni Knight for that, but I don't know. Satanic gives a lot of damage to Gyrocopter as well, so it could be one of the items he considers the later this game goes. Another item down the Gyrocopter that wouldn't be too bad is the Daedalus, I think. I think a lot of people underestimate how good Daedalus is, and I don't think it gets picked up as often as it should.
Yeah, I think it's just the lack of synergy with the Black Cannon is the reason. I think that's the only reason why Daedalus doesn't get picked up as much. And before the changes to the MKB used to just be a source of raw damage. Now it's more a source of attack speed than damage, so maybe the Daedalus does make more sense.
Well, Reckoning Infinity are gonna smoke up here. What are they gonna fight? Abi is gonna TP out, so he's gonna be okay. They do see him in the top lane, so they can choose to go for him. And Abi is level 25, so he has that 30% critical strike. But mid lane, snowball forward onto the Ancient Apparition. Whoops. Well, turnaround is there with the Mystic Flare. Ice is dropping pretty low, but he's gonna get repelled up and he's fine. Ancient Apparition ends up falling in suddenly. Reckoning Infinity. Then knocking at the tier 2 tower mid.
I don't think the call is to go tier 3 after though. I think the call should be to go Roshan.
Indeed.
Again, 30-second window. Man, those illusions are quite pesky, honestly, with the Skadi. He's also got a Nullifier finished up on the Lancer this time around.
Oh boy. Yeah, this Phantom Lancer is gonna be a big nuisance. And looks like you're right. Into the Rush pit they go. Rush is dropping
seconds, I think that's enough to take down Roshan. No contest gonna come out here from Nefarious. Okay, they're actually moving towards the pit, but they're gonna be a tad bit late, I think.
Are they? Well, Power Strike in, never mind. Aegis are gonna get picked up by Riha, and that's the end of that. Wait, Lips of Angel? He's still going forward, and Isla is gonna be completely off the mark. That's the end of that. Well,
how's the Omni Knight side in progression looking?
He's
not too far.
finishing off the Lotus Orb.
Actually.
Indeed.
They've also almost got the pipe up on Ice. Reckoning Infinity have definitely got a power spike here with that Aegis on the Gyrocopter. I just hope he doesn't go for the Skadi though. I'm not in agreement with that item pickup.
Yeah, I think he's holding on to his goal and trying to think about it. Not sure why the Skadi is a good pick here. Think he wants to add to his raw survivability, but survivability is not the ideal choice for a Gyrocopter.
Yeah, I feel like at this point he is the prime candidate for Kark's repel anyway. If you're gonna have to rely on having some more raw HP to survive through this, you know, you've got bigger problems. He needs to be the source of DPS at this point. He needs to be the one dishing out the damage with the flak cannons. I don't think Skadi is gonna add too much value in that department. But at the same time, I'm looking over at the Lina and she's packing quite a punch herself. No BKBs on the side of Nefarious just yet, so Maelstrom procs along with all the pain that the Lina is bringing are going to be quite disastrous in those team fights. She did also go for the Fiery Soul stacks talent. She's clearly transitioning into a...
Okay. That happened. Lips of Angel just casually steals a rune from in front of Moon, and Moon... Never mind then. Once Moon finishes up that Mjolnir, I think these Phantom Lancer illusions are gonna start dropping fairly quickly. So...
The Nullifier on the Lancer is nice, but he's gonna need a Blink Dagger to close the gap here. The absence of the Blink it's certainly gonna come back to hurt them.
Oh yeah, and he also went for the 4+4 max juxtapose illusions talent, so doesn't have the extra range on the Phantom Rush either. I think maybe with that talent he wouldn't have needed the blink, but now he does. Well, Dante still trying to find his BKB 37 minutes into the game. He's sitting on Blink and Shadowblade. He's actually behind the Sand King in terms of net worth, and that's not really where you want to be as an LC. Ideally, you'd want to have a few more items, perhaps the BKB, maybe even the Assault Cuirass. People farming well, but Dante
Gyro did go for the
has
Skadi, by the way. He's just called out the full Skadi to himself.
Well, okay.
So Pipes online, Skadi's online, lots more effective HP on the side of Reckoning Infinity. Perhaps this is their time to go. Although, it's a bittersweet moment because there's a DD rune that just spawned in the bottom side of the river.
Oh yeah, and looks like the Radiant bot spotted it out, so Nefarious know exactly what's over there.
Okay, Reckoning Infinity looking to go for objectives and probably even the finisher. Let's see if Nefarious can hold. I mean, that net worth, the 2k net worth lead that Reckoning Infinity has, that's basically one team fight. So if Nefarious ends up getting a successful team fight here, they'll be right back in this game.
Oh, Moon. So hunting power, looking for the Shadow Blade, might just find the Sand King, but the Sand King has the gem, so he should know that this is coming, and indeed he does. You're gonna turn around though. Lina has the Link SP and the BKB, so she's not the easiest of targets to go on.
Again, Reckoning just, it feels like they're wasting time now. They're pinging out the bottom lane like they want to go and defend that, but you've got the Aegis in tow, you just got a spike in survivability. I think this is time to start sieging high ground.
Indeed.
The only reason I can see them wanting to wait longer is for Moon to get the bonus range talent and then siege from a little further away.
No, that's gonna take forever. I think Lina just needs too much XP for that to be a consideration. And now, Power Strike forward onto the Lips of Angel. Trying to chip away at his HP, but he is healthy for now. Phantom Lancer illusions doing their work, and Fortification is gonna be popped.
Yeah. Barry's feeling a little spooked after that one. That was essentially just illusions, a little bit of harass that brought him down to about half HP. With an Ice Blast and an initiation from the LC, he's certainly going to lose his Aegis there.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Ice Blast, the Ancient Apparition also picked up his Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, okay, that's a big one. Barry's just taking away all of that extra effective HP that went in Reckoning Infinity's favor.
Oh yeah. Riha is gonna get caught upon once again by the illusion. He just had to turn around. I heard his epicenter being channeled somewhere, but Lips of Angel is not gonna catch anything.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. Epicenter's down for this next fight. Maybe that's incentive for Reckoning Infinity to just go. In fact, even the Ice Blast is down for about half a minute. They should go right now.
Oh yeah. Where's the Gyrocopter? Gyrocopter is
healing up, getting repelled up behind. That Ice Blast though, it's still annoying him on the backlines.
Oh yeah. Moon on the other hand though, I think Moon can also possibly siege very well because of her attack range.
Slow and steady siege coming out here. The Aegis should be reclaimed in actually just about a minute or so.
Oh yeah. Well, Gyrocopter is gonna go in this time. But the backup protection has kicked in, and now the Ice Blast is gonna clip onto the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter is dropping fairly low, but with the Flak Cannon, he is forcing the side of Nefarious back. Is he gonna end up falling here? Nope, the illusion is gonna get punched up, and Gyrocopter should be okay. Well, he is dropping fairly low. Mary Barracks still standing, and Gyrocopter loses Aegis.
It's an anti-climatic way to give up.
Oh wait, hold that thought. 3 mans down by Moon onto these heroes, and suddenly Reckoning Infinity eliminate the side of Nefarious. Arby's got in the trees and he's trying to juke away. Can he turn this fight around for Nefarious? He's the only last remaining hope. Power Strike forward, catching the Tusk, but it's only onto the Tusk, and now Moon, he might be in some trouble. The illusions are doing their work, but now the Cold Feet is procced onto Adi, and Arby, he's gonna have to go back. He's dropping fairly low, doesn't have the heart, and he's gonna end up falling. Riha finds the kill. Ice Blast comes in, buybacks galore from the side of Nefarious. They really want to win this team fight, but suddenly Reckoning Infinity are gonna disengage. They won't stick around this time. They got what they came for, and they can just go back, farm, wait for the next wave of items, possibly even Roshan.
All 5 heroes bought back in that fight on the side of Nefarious. Literally every single hero bought back.
Oh god, that is not what you want if you're Nefarious at the moment. How are they gonna hold this?
I mean, look at the net worth. It went from 2k to 18k after that fight.
Holy smokes.
I mean, that does not count as a defense at all in my books. That's just Reckoning Infinity slamming the last nail into the coffin.
Yeah,
5 buybacks, a team wipe, a lane of barracks, and what? Nobody on the side of Reckoning Infinity dies?
Yep, literally no one. What started that fight was that sick 3-man stun by Moon. That allowed them to eliminate 3 heroes right off the bat, force out a bunch of buybacks. They still fought on. They managed to eliminate RB as well, and they lost absolutely no one.
Bottom lane.
Moon, Ice, he's gonna get hurled up into the air. Dante, not gonna eat the lightning strike array, but Lips of Angel may not be so lucky. He's gonna get snowballed upon, punched up as well, and Riha picks up that kill for himself.
80 seconds, no Sand King. They know for a fact he doesn't have the buyback.
Moon, he's not even gonna wait for the creeps, he's just gonna pound away.
This
Man,
is
now
the word go for them. They need to make a play.
yeah. Moon, he has the 175 attack range challenge that he talked about.
And I'm certain most of the heroes inside of Reckoning Infinity have their buybacks available as well, so not too much of a cause for concern even if they do end up dropping a few kills.
No, yeah. Everyone on the side of Reckoning Infinity has buyback except for the Omni Knight.
Ice Blast coming in. Is this an opportunity for the LC to jump in?
LC is scared though. Well, the LC can actually try and go on the Gyrocopter, but the Omni Knight is right there. I think it needs to be a coordinated effort where the Omni Knight gets either silenced or stunned up by the Sand King while they go for the Gyrocopter.
It's gonna take a consolation prize in the form of that shrine before they come back here. There's a Shadow Blade on the Lancer. I'm not really certain if that's the smartest choice. I think the Blink would have still added value.
Oh yeah. Well, Shadow Blade does enable him to run away from a fight if he's...
I'm still super confused as to why the LC is refusing to jump Riha when he's got the Lotus Orb upon him.
I don't know, but perhaps we'll find out soon. Now LC jumps in, she's trying to find the duel onto the Lina and she will, but the Guardian Angel immediately comes out and Dante gets destroyed. Suddenly the fight is being turned around at Reckoning Infinity. They have eliminated 3 heroes, Epicenter comes on to 1 hero, but GG, well played is called. Wait, what?
Yeah, they called it first, RB called it.
Okay, well that's...
They dropped the ball. I mean, what else can I say? Nefarious just dropped the ball at the very end. Their poor defense in the top lane, and even worse initiation now in the bottom lane. Up until then, both teams were just going blow for blow, fairly evenly contested game, I'd say. But then Reckoning Infinity, they were the more patient team at the end, and because of that, they're going to win here at the ESL India Premiership.
Well, indeed they're going to win, and gonna throw it back to Angie, who's going to guide you through the game exactly what went wrong for the side of Nefarious.
Whoa, what? Oh, sorry, dozed off there. That was a long game. Who won?
Reckoning Infinity won.
Okay. So there you have it. Reckoning Infinity does win and proves Angela right. But yes, that was actually a longer game than anticipated, right?
Yeah, I think
45 minutes almost.
Almost 45 minutes. I think that has more to do with the fact that Reckoning Infinity made few mistakes. I think few mistakes. I wouldn't really take that away from Nefarious. They started off very, very strong. Good lining coming in from them. I mean, the PL was doing really well, but by the end of the game, I kind of noticed that they were relying too much on the PL for everything. And the PL, on the matter of fact, being under that kind of pressure, you know, it kind of plays on you, because he did opt to go for the nullifier in place of the butter. We did see that the Sand King missed very important ultimates that he should have hit. We saw Ancient miss an ulti. But in the earlier part of the game, they were doing well. The tri-lane with the Legion and Sand King was great. In between, they even had the Ancient Apparition SK try to gank Moon. But Moon, after the first 10 minutes of the game, he kind of realized that this is how the pace of the game is going to go. They're completely going to rely on the Phantom Lancer, and he kind of just switched his build to going into a Majolna, which he's also opted to go in his... He likes to play the Lina, that's one thing for sure. He just wanted to make sure that if we do not kill the PL, it's fine. Let's kill the rest of his team. So then, you know, there is really no option coming in from Nefarious that they could answer. Also, just watching this game, there are a few things that I noticed that I just want to put out there for teams who are just entering the Starter Cup or the Challenger Cup. Always watch your games. Even if you lose, watch them, because there are certain parts in a game which will change your game completely. And in this one in specific, because it's a Masters League game, there was at 13 minutes on the clock is where most of the players reach level 6, level 7, whether you're a support, whether you're a mid, whether you're a carrier, all level 6. And at that given point of time, if you do not have wards on your map, you're basically giving away a lot of advantage to your opponent team. And that's where I think Nefarious kind of had a little bit of setback, because they didn't really have wards at the time durations when they were most necessary. And that kind of costed them more than caused them. It costed them so much, because they started off strong. It was a 10-10 score line. Things were going well for them, and then suddenly out of the blue, I see the Phantom Lancer TP mid. He's taking risk that he shouldn't be taking as a carry. His team should be able to buy him so much time to just go back down and farm. And I think if Abhi is constantly put under this pressure panel, he is going to, at some point, his opponents are going to realize that everybody's relying on him, and they need to understand that that's not fine. Because if your carry has to give every call, if your carry has to be in every fight, I mean, Nefarious could have taken this game with just one basic thing, that the Phantom Lancer could have just gone BOT. He could have just gone split push this game, maybe taken a Rax, while their Rax would at least take a trade off. But in this case, he was sitting with his team. He was waiting. He was the one making sure that he starts the fight or the push comes from him, and that's where everything just went wrong for them. And I wish that teams kind of just go back and see that it's very simple. Dota is very simple, especially if you know the basics of it. You just got to make sure that you get every tiny aspect written down and ready to go, and that's what makes a professional team so good at the game, and a noob team be like, we all know how to play the game. But there are just side differences that kind of make you professional.
I don't know, maybe you know how to play the game. I don't know how to play the game, that's for sure.
I mean, it's the same in the CS, right? Everybody knows how to shoot, but it's like from experience you learn which are the best shoot points, where are the best angles to take shots from.
True.
And all that.
True. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, Dota is definitely much more complicated with the builds. I was actually just talking to Gola, right, inside Super Excel, and I was asking him, do they still have the guides on the side in the shop? That probably makes it easier.
They do for Dota Plus. They do for now. You can see what kind of guides or what kind of builds are picked up by most amount of players. That kind of has become a very good add-on feature.
Load that guide, right, and then you can just follow the item build. Makes it easier for noobs like me, who I don't think I'm still going to launch Dota, but still. So there you have it. Reckoning Infinity does defeat Nefarious. Nefarious overly reliant on that Phantom Lancer. But that's all we have for you today. And indeed, that's all. This is the last time you will see me on camera for a while as well. I will be back, of course, towards the end of the Masters League, the summer season, that is. Yeah. I mean, that's about it. And I just want to make a quick shout out to our sponsors, without which none of this would be possible.
That's true.
That 1 crore prize pool would not be possible. So thank you to Omen by HP, HyperX, Intel, and of course, this is all brought to you by Nodwin Gaming. So we're going to sign off now, but please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and join us again tomorrow at 6 p.m. every day for a lot of action.
Well, a good game for you then. Good night, folks. Take care.